What's up, everybody? JVille Sports here with my sports picks video, NFL edition. It is Saturday night, November the 7th. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight and each and every time I put out a video. How is your guys' Saturday going? A lot of you guys know how my Saturday is going. We hit the long shot parlay. Let's go. We actually did have one push on there. It was actually the free play of the day. My favorite play of the long shot parlay was the one that actually ended up in a tie, which was Appalachian State minus 21. They won by 21, so that was a push. So the long shot parlay was reduced, but hey, no complaints here. For any of you that ended up taking the long shot parlay, if you were brave enough to take it, congrats. I'm always much more happier when you guys win than myself. I mean, this is the whole reason why I do this, is to give out these types of plays. But I always recommend plucking out your favorites and doing smaller parlays because it's not likely that the long shot's going to come in. So if you did pluck out your favorites and did some smaller parlays, those obviously would have came in as well. So an awesome Saturday. I'm glad we hit that. My goal is to hit the long shot parlay once a season. So we've already hit it, but we're not going to stop there. We're going to hit this one more time before the season ends. But I'll be recapping the long shot parlay like I always do in next week's college football video. There's not a whole lot of time to celebrate. We have NFL to talk about. Let's get into the NFL action. So for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. What I like to do with the NFL is my favorite sport to do teasers with. I'm very successful at teasers in the NFL. So what I like to do is I like to give you guys a bunch of different teaser options that I like. And my fun way of doing that is I throw them all together into what I call the long shot teaser. We should have hit this teaser, I don't know how many times this season so far. We've missed the long shot teaser by one team, I want to say 4 times already this year, and we've hit the long shot teaser once as well. So we could have hit this thing a bunch of times already this year. We have been just unlucky missing it by one. For, like I said, I think 4 or 5 weeks we've missed this by one. But that's what I like to do in the NFL. Those of you that do not like to do teasers, no problem there. I'll have one straight bet, one of my favorite straight bets towards the end of the video. So let's go ahead and just jump right into the action. We'll quickly recap what we did last week with our long shot teaser. Then we'll get into this week's long shot teaser. You guys know the drill. Let's go ahead and pull up what we did last week here really quickly. So for my long shot teasers, I do 8-team, 7-point teasers. Typically 8 teams, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. Just depends on the type of week and however many good options I see out there. But the long shot teaser is any teaser where the payout is $1,000 or more. I'm feeling lucky, as you can imagine right now, so I'm going to bump it up this week to $3,300 to win $3,000. So we'll see what happens. So last week with our long shot teaser, this was week number 8. Like I said, we missed this one by 1. The Tennessee Titans. I knew better than to take the Titans on the road. That was definitely my fault there. But the Titans were on the road against the Bengals. Titans were coming off of a loss against the Steelers, so I didn't think they would lose 2 in a row, especially going up a Cincinnati Bengals team, which I mentioned last week. They have a lot of veterans right now that are just really not happy with the direction that the team is going in. So I thought it was a good chance for Tennessee to bounce back, but they did not show up in that game. That was our only loss of the week with our teasers. But we did have the Titans and Bengals, same game, over 44, which came through. We had the Las Vegas Raiders +8. That was a super low-scoring game, which was one of the reasons why I liked the Raiders plus the 8, because I thought it was going to be a low-scoring game with the bad weather in that game. So that one easily, the Raiders actually won that game outright. The Kansas City Chiefs -12.5, easy one there against the Jets. The Dolphins +10.5. The Dolphins ended up being our free play of the day. A lot of people did not like that play. They were at home against the Los Angeles Rams, but they won outright. Then we had the Denver Broncos, another underdog that we liked, that won outright. +10.5 was an easy cover there. Well, I don't want to say easy cover. They had to come back. They had to make a nice comeback in the fourth quarter to not only cover the teaser, but to actually win the game. It was just a complete meltdown by the Chargers. Same game, we had the Chargers and Broncos over 37.5. That one went way over. And then we had the Eagles -4 against the Dallas Cowboys. Eagles just looked like a mess. Luckily, they were playing a team that's even more of a mess in the Dallas Cowboys, so the Eagles did cover that 4. So again, we missed this long shot teaser by 1 with the Tennessee Titans. So another great attempt. If you plucked out your favorites and did a smaller teasers, most likely you would have had some success. If you ended up taking the Titans, unfortunately you would not have. But that was what we did last week in week 8. Like I said, another great attempt. We'll go ahead and move on to this week. You can see our long shot teaser record at the top of the screen, 49-13. So like I said, we are doing great with our long shot teaser options this year. My goal is to be above 80%, which is absolutely amazing. We are getting closer and closer, and I think after this week, if we hit this long shot teaser, we'll definitely be in the 80%. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first we are going with the Broncos and Falcons over 42. So I mentioned the Broncos last week. We had them at home against the Chargers. And I think the way that they finished that game last week is going to give them some confidence, especially Drew Lock and that offense. They really turned it up in the second half, more specifically in the fourth quarter. So I think that gives them some momentum here going into Atlanta. It's in a dome, so don't have to worry about weather in this one. We know how the Falcons are at home. Very, very good. They have a great offense. They're playing well right now. They had a great game their last time out, which was on the road against Carolina. They look very, very good. They did lose Ridley in that game, but it looks like he is going to come back. Like I said, they played on Thursday, so that should give the whole team a couple of extra days to get healthy for this one. So I think we see a good Atlanta team at home. Then we have a Broncos team coming into their building. Like I said, I think they're on a high note with the way that they finished that last game. So I like this game to go over 42. These two teams, Broncos have a lot of injuries on the defense. This is not the same Broncos defense that we've seen the past couple years. Since Atlanta fired their coach and Raheem Morris took over, their defense has played better, but this is still not a great Falcons defense. I see both teams here scoring some points. I think this one should go over 42, especially in that dome. We're going to take another shot on the Tennessee Titans. Hopefully they don't burn us again. They're back at home. Again, they're losers of 2 in a row. I think they bounce back here against the Chicago Bears team. This team is just no good. Offensively, Nick Foles is not the answer. Trubisky, he's not the answer either, and he's hurt. They were talking about getting him back into the mix of the game plan, getting him into the game and giving him a couple plays to kind of like a change of pace quarterback, but it's not going to happen this week as he's hurt. And like I said, Nick Foles, he's just not playing well. I just don't see this Bears team going into Tennessee and putting up enough points to win this game. They might be able to keep it close. Obviously, they have one of the best defenses in the league. But as we all know, Tennessee has a great running game with Derrick Henry to neutralize that pass rush, which should set up the passing game for Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans. So I like Tennessee Titans here to squeak out a victory. Like I said, I don't think they're going to run away with this game. But I do think when it's all said and done, the Titans find a way to win at home. Next, we're going to go with the Ravens and Colts over 40.5. This one surprises me a little bit on how low the total is. Both of these teams can score. Yes, the Colts do have a great run defense, but no team the past couple years has really been able to contain Lamar Jackson and this Baltimore Ravens offense, at least during the regular season. There's been a lot of talk lately about Lamar Jackson and him struggling during big games. I don't think this really classifies as a huge game. I see Baltimore coming off of a loss against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this is a good bounce back spot for the Baltimore Ravens. I like them to score some points in this game, as well as the Indianapolis Colts. They're looking good right now offensively. Phillip Rivers, he got off to a little bit of a slow start to start the season, which is expected. He's on a new team, but it looks like they're really coming into their own. I like the way this offense is trending, and at home, I definitely think they're going to score some points as well. Again, between these two teams, I see this game going definitely over 40.5. Next, we're going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs -3. The Chiefs are pretty much an auto play every single week when it comes to teasers. And this week is no different. The Kansas City Chiefs -3 at home. I would take that against any team. And this week they are at home against the Carolina Panthers. Carolina does get Christian McCaffrey back into the lineup, but I'm not so sure. Obviously, that's not a bad thing if you're Carolina, but at the same time, they've been playing well without him. So bringing him back, he's such a big focal point of that offense. I don't know if he's going to mess with the chemistry, if they're going to focus on him too much. I don't think they will with his first game back, but anyways, they're going to have to work him back into the offense again. And I think that little disruption there In order to beat Kansas City, especially on the road, you're going to have to be clicking on all cylinders. And right now, Carolina is not. This is an easy one for me. Chiefs -3 at home should cover this one. Next, we're going with the Houston Texans. They are on the road against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So the Jaguars are going to be without Minshew, and they are going to be starting Jake Luton, an unproven quarterback. I'm not so sure Jacksonville really wants to win any more games. I'm sure them with a lot of other teams want to be in the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes. Whether they're trying to win or not, I have to back Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans here. Since they fired their coach a few weeks ago, they've been playing a lot better. Both these teams are coming off of a bye week, but I expect the Houston Texans to be in much better form. Just overall, they're the better team here. I don't think it matters that much that they're on the road. I love the Houston Texans here to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is just a pick 'em, so they just have to win. Next, we're going to go with another over. We have 3 overs, and this is our third one. We have the Raiders and Chargers over 45.5. I continue to be impressed with these rookies, Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert in particular. These two guys are balling without having the offseason to really get ready for the NFL. These two guys are playing very, very well. I thought Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers would struggle last week going into Denver. It's a tough place to play, but they played well. They definitely played well enough to win that game. They should have won that game. It definitely wasn't the offense that lost them that game. But I think the offense continues here. Continues to produce here. Herbert has a lot of offensive weapons, which I think is one of the reasons why he's playing so well. He has a lot of great receivers to throw the ball to. The Raiders, they don't have a great defense. I think we're getting a little value here on the total with that super low total last week with the Raiders and Browns. That game ended 16-6, but again, that was all due to the weather. This Raiders team, before that, they have been doing very, very well offensively. The combination of Derek Carr and Josh Jacobs, and then you have Darren Waller. And then on the outside, you have Henry Ruggs. They throw him a couple bombs each game, and he usually comes down with at least 1 or 2 of them. I love this game to be a high-scoring game between the Raiders and Chargers. We should have some good weather here in California. And like I said, the way both of these two teams have been playing offensively, throwing out that last week's game for the Raiders, I love this game to go over the total. Next, we are going to go with the Arizona Cardinals at home against the Miami Dolphins. So the Miami Dolphins, they're one of my favorite plays last week. And the reason being was because I thought it was a really bad spot for the Los Angeles Rams. It really wasn't a play on the Miami Dolphins. It was really a play against the Los Angeles Rams, just with how bad of a spot it was. And it showed. They were just out of sorts in all 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams. That is where the Miami Dolphins took advantage. And of course, the bad quarterback play of Jared Goff. This guy is just not very good. But in this spot, this is a good spot for the Arizona Cardinals, who are coming off of a bye. On top of that, they were able to get a little bit of film on Tua in his first game against the Los Angeles Rams, and he did not look that great at all. I think at this point in time, Ryan Fitzpatrick is the better quarterback. I think it's going to take Tua some time to get into the swing of things. On top of that, they're missing their starting running back in Myles Gaskin. They are missing their backup running back in Breida. So they're going to be going with some 3rd and 4th string guys in the running game, which is not going to help Tua out. And like I said, this is the Arizona team coming off of a bye week. They've been playing very well at home. They should be ready to go. I just have a hard time seeing this Miami Dolphins team led by Tua going on the road and winning this game against a very good Arizona Cardinals team that's playing well, coming off of a bye. I like Arizona. With the 7-point teaser, we have Arizona +1, so they basically just have to win. I love Arizona at home to win that game. And then last but not least, as you guys know, I always like to either throw in the Sunday night game or the Monday night game. And I actually like plays in both games, but I chose to go with the Monday night game because I like it a little bit better. I'm going to go with the New England Patriots -3. And the reason being is we got some late news. Sam Darnold is not going to be quarterbacking this game for the New York Jets. Even if he was, he has not been playing well at all. But he is much better than any other option that they have. The New England Patriots are now coming off 4 straight losses. When's the last time you've heard that? You know Bill Belichick is not going to let this team give up, and he especially does not want to lose against rival New York Jets. So I think the New England So I think the New England Patriots will be ready to go in this one. It's Monday Night Football. It doesn't matter that it's on the road against the New York Jets. Now that Sam Darnold is not playing, and the line has moved up a lot since then. It was at 7 before, now it's at 10. But with the teaser, it's not a huge deal. It takes it down to 3. I think the New England Patriots win this game back where the line was, around a touchdown. 7 to 10 points, I think, is where it goes. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. Obviously, the offense for the Patriots hasn't been looking that great lately, so I don't expect them to all of a sudden turn it up. Last week, they were missing Edelman and N'Keal Harry, and I think they get both of them back this week, so that's definitely going to boost up this offense. I see no way the Jets win this game. Again, I don't think the Jets, like the Jaguars, are trying to win any games, and right now this team is just in disarray. So I love the New England Patriots here to win this game pretty easily against the New York Jets. That is going to wrap up this week's long shot teaser. Again, we can hedge our bet as well. The reason why I like to take either the Sunday night game or the Monday night game is because we can hedge our bet. We can take the New York Jets. If all the other ones come through, we can take the Jets plus 10 and try to just hit everything, or we can wait until halftime, make a halftime play. We have a lot of options when we save the last play for a game that's later than the rest. So that is this week's long shot teaser for week number 9. I typically like to take a lot of underdogs, but this week I just didn't see the value in taking the underdogs. I think all of the favorites are pretty strong this week. And then we have 3 overs as well. I think this is a pretty good mix of games, and I like our chances to hit this long shot teaser. Let's see if we can hit the long shot parlay and the long shot teaser back-to-back days. We'll see what happens. I feel really good about this long shot teaser. Again, for me, it's 300 to win 3,000. I don't necessarily recommend you throw in the long shot teaser unless you want to get crazy with me. I do recommend plucking out your favorites, doing some smaller 2 or 3 team teasers. That's typically what I like to do. And for those of you that are a part of the village, I'll be giving out my best smaller teasers as well, along with my best straight bets and my best parlays. So stay tuned for that if you are a part of the village. If you're not, this is how you become a part of the village. This is my website. This is how to get there, JVilleSportsPicks.com. This is where you go to sign up to be a part of the village. Once you go there, in the upper right hand corner, you can see the big blue button to join the village. Hit that button. It will take you to a page which will list all the different packages that are available. Use promo code FOOTBALL, all one word, all capital letters. It will give you 10% off any package of your choosing. My packages are already super cheap as it is, but this is an added bonus for you guys to jump on board. So use promo code FOOTBALL, again, all one word, all capital letters, for 10% off any package of your choosing. What happens when you join the village? It's simple. The day that you join, you'll start receiving my daily newsletter, which contains all of my picks every single day, directly to your email box. So however you get your email notifications, that's how you know when the picks are sent out. I send out the picks at least 1 hour, usually much earlier, before any of the games start. So it gives you plenty of time to get your picks in and decide what you want to do with the plays. On top of all of that, we have the village guarantee. When you try my picks out for 30 days, if for some reason I have a losing record, it hasn't happened yet, but I'll refund you your money, or you can have another month free. The choice is yours. Again, I don't foresee that happening. We are just on fire right now in all sports. Really, all we have right now is the NFL and college football, but that is plenty. We have a lot of midweek college football, and then of course we have Thursday night NFL football, and then the weekends are just monster days. Then in a couple weeks, right around the corner, we have college basketball, and then next month we have the NBA. So we're going to be back in full swing very shortly here. But now is the perfect time to join, build up your bankroll. JVilleSportsPicks.com is where it's at. If you have any questions about anything, all my social media pages and my email address is down below in the description of this video. We are growing everywhere. My Twitter, my Instagram, we are blowing up with followers right now. Also down below in the description of this video is my Discord channel. Copy that link, go to that link, join the Discord channel. This is where we all are chatting about sports each and every day. Soccer, college, NFL, tennis, you name it, we have a category for it. So come join the Discord channel, talk about sports, talk about what plays you guys are looking at. This is what it's all about. We are building a community here, a winning community here, a positive winning community is what we are building. We're growing each and every day. It is absolutely awesome to be a part of it. So that is all of that good stuff. So check out all the links down below. While you're down there, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you know when new videos pop out. I really do appreciate it. And let's go ahead and move on to today's free play of the day. So today's free play of the day is going to be in one of the games I did mention in the long shot teaser, but we're going to take a little bit of a different approach in that game. And that is between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are going with the first half over 24.5. So what I've noticed with both of these teams, like I said, both of these teams offensively have been looking good pretty much all year long. Like I said, last week, throughout that game with the Raiders and the Browns, it was a windy type of a game. You cannot take anything from that when it comes to the offense that was played. Before that though, both of these teams, they like to jump out ahead early in the games. I've noticed that they've scored a lot of points early, and I think that's going to continue here with these two teams. The Chargers have a pretty good defense, but teams have shown that they can be scored on, and the Raiders don't have that great of a defense. I just see a lot of offense in this game. I love the first half over. I love the full game over, but for today's free play of the day, we're going to go with the first half over 24.5. This is one of my favorite plays of Sunday, and I'm going to share it here with you guys here on the YouTube channel, and that's going to wrap it up. So we're going to root on the long shot teaser. We're going to root on the first half over between the Chargers and Raiders, and that's going to wrap it up for this week's NFL video. Again, congrats to all those that had some success in the long shot college football parlay. Whether you took the full parlay, you guys are crazy, but congratulations. Or if you plucked out your favorites, did some smaller ones, again, I'm glad you guys all had success with that. Hopefully that will not be the last one of this season. But that is going to wrap it up from me for this weekend. I'll try to get a couple videos in during the week next week. But other than that, good luck with whatever plays you guys do decide to put in. I hope you guys sweep the board on Sunday. A lot of good games out there. Good luck in your survivor leagues, your fantasy football leagues, all that good stuff. But again, good luck with everything you guys are doing. I will see you guys soon.